All right, luckily we're all where we want to be this morning. The Hampton Roadshow Kitchen is the place to be. Johnny Moe is all the way back from the Eastern Shore. And you've got to introduce... I'm ignoring you. I'm going right to this little cutie right here. This is Jacob, right? Jacob is 3 years old, and he is ready to cook. So what are we going to make?
He's my little chef today, and he's going to help us. We're making a cranberry, walnut, and apple chutney, which is really tasty. It's great for a side dish on Thanksgiving Day. So it's real simple. You just kind of throw a few ingredients together, whip it up, and it's really fun. We're going to get into it, or what?
Yeah, you're the boss, applesauce. So we're going to start that, and then... this is one of those that you say you put it together and then you just kind of wait. So hopefully you've got a song ready to kind of help kill the time.
We can probably do that. We can do that. Okay. Jacob's looking at the camera over here.
Yeah, see, Jake, we're right
He was helping me earlier when we whacked these apples up a little bit. And what we do is just do a rough chop on some apples, and we get them going in some melted butter. So Jake, can you grab and throw those in the pot, please? You want to throw them apples in the pot?
You throw those in there?
Pick those up, put them in the pot. Carrie will help you.
Don't fall off your little step. You want to move it over? I'll move you over. I got you. I got you.
This dish, you kind of put it all together, mix it up real quick, and then we'll, nice job. All right, there you go.
You okay? Get a little butter on you?
He's tough. He's been in the kitchen before.
He's like, why is this lady touching me? We were just talking about it.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen with kids, but we always have fun in the kitchen either way.
Absolutely. Okay, go for it, buddy.
Drop it in there. Good job, dude. Do a little rough chop on these apples. We'll get them started.
Now you're using Granny Smith.
Granny Smith. I like them.
Anything?
You could use anything. They're a little tart. You know, I like the tartness of them. And it kind of adds to the, whole dish here. We use a little cinnamon, just a dash of cinnamon in there, pinch or so. A little salt, pinch of kosher salt, and some brown sugar. I'm using about a cup of sugar for this.
Okay.
I have some apples that I chopped up earlier to make the whole Monty here. So.
Otherwise, Jacob, we'd be here all day waiting for your dad to chop all those apples out. There they go.
That's right. So we pop those in there. Now, if you're going to cut your apples ahead of time, you put them with a little lemon juice and water, and that will help them from turning brown.
Okay.
So if you grab the tongs right there.
You want to pass those over to your dad? Look at us. We're a team.
Thank you so much. How about
that?
Thank you,
Jacob.
Buddy. So we've got the brown sugar, the cinnamon, the apples. We're just going to stir that up until the brown sugar gets melted. And then we'll pretty much just throw the rest of the ingredients in there and let it rock.
How much butter did we start with?
Just about a tablespoon or so. Just enough to get some liquid in the bottom of the pan so it doesn't stick all to the bottom of the pan.
It looks like we're making a pretty big batch today.
We are. This feeds about 6 to 8, but you figure the most, Thanksgiving dinner, you're going to have a bunch of people in town, so you can double it, but it's really quick. Dump the dried cranberries in there, or craisins, something like that. You can use golden raisins, or you could use both if you want to mix it all up, or just regular old raisins.
What do you like better, Jacob? Do you like raisins or craisins better? The craisins, me too.
I'm also going to I toasted off some walnuts. I like to toast them for just a few minutes in the oven.
Now, you just spread them in a thin layer on a baking sheet, but did you toss them around in anything, or
I
you just throw them in there?
I didn't quite want to candy them. I just wanted to add a little roasted flavor to them, so just line that with foil, because they have a lot of oil in a walnut. So, and then we're just going to add those in there as well. Just have a nice light toast on them.
And not chopping them up or anything? You said
no, I like to keep it
pretty chunky.
Yeah, big and chunky.
I like to see what you're getting with Johnny.
Exactly, that's right. We've got this over a nice high heat. We're going to mix that all together and make it happy. Right? Happy time in the kitchen, Jacob. And then we're going to use just a little bit of apple juice, about a cup of apple juice or so.
Okay.
And I'll just add a little moisture as well, add to the flavor. And now what I'll do is bring that up to a boil, and then reduce it down to a simmer and let it go for about a half hour or so, just so the water starts to reduce down and makes it nice and ooey gooey, and that brown sugar turns into a syrup, and that goes great like in place of a cranberry sauce or just next to a cranberry sauce or whatever. It's really tasty.
All right, and I have to admit, I was very distracted by cute little Jacob here. If you were to, we're going to put the how-to and the ingredients for how to make the apple cranberry chutney on our website. We're not finished. We're going to come back and show you something wonderful. We're in the kitchen, the Hampton Roadshow kitchen once again with Johnny Moe, the musical chef from Mallards this morning, and he brought his son Jacob with us this morning. He's the assistant chef. He was showing me some of his ninja moves during the commercial, but now it's back to cooking, right? There you are.
Gotta be serious when we're in the kitchen, right, dude?
Right there. All right, so our cranberry and apple chutney is simmering down.
Beautiful,
it's
coming together.
Need to leave it alone.
Yep, got it on low and just let it kind of all thicken up and get happy and together there. And now we'll throw together what I like to call the leftover Thanksgiving sandwich, basically. This is our signature sandwich from our restaurant called The Clerk. And it's basically everything you have on Thanksgiving, left over, popped onto a sandwich next day. We've all got that glob of cranberry sauce that, for whatever reason, gets saved in the back of the fridge for a few days. You know,
that is true, right? Right.
Why
do you save 2 inches worth of cranberry?
Well, here's a great use for it. You take that cranberry sauce, you put it right into about a cup of mayo, right? About half and half is usually what I try to do. Regular mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Just mix that up, and you've got cranberry mayonnaise. Imagine that.
Perfect.
Now we jazz it up a little bit by taking that fancy, I think Cheryl used this last time, the microplane or the zester, you know. We'll just put a little bit of fresh orange zest in there just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. Right, Jacob? You like this thing, huh? He wanted to eat the orange earlier. I told him, not yet.
Not till we get a little zest.
That's right.
Got to make it zesty.
So we'll just put a little shot of zest in there, a little color, a little flavor as well. Now we've got our cranberry orange mayo. And now we're just going to build a sandwich. Everybody knows how to make a sandwich. You have your own style.
Some better than others.
Well, this one sells quite a bit. I think we say over 20,000 sold or something like that. So it's, you know, for us, it's in a small town, it's a pretty good thing. So.
Do you like this sandwich, Jake? You eat this sandwich? That's the right answer.
Yeah,
that's the right answer, pal. And you know a 3-year-old would say no in a minute, so I know he's telling the truth. You only like peanut butter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll just real generously put that mayo on there. All right.
Can't have a dry sandwich.
No. And everybody goes different. You know, some people put the cheese first, some people put the meat first. You know, you just kind of build it up. I'm going to pile that leftover turkey on there because there's plenty of that left. You
what
know,
kind of cheese was that?
That was Munster cheese. I'm sorry. We do use Munster cheese, little sliced turkey, and if you can hand me my handy knife over there.
I sure
please.
can. You do? All right,
sure?
listen, let me put your hand on it just like that. I'm going to
Okay.
hold this other hand behind your back.
Now he's got the psycho move on. That was good. Just some nice thick slices of tomato. We'll pop those on there. And then this is kind of the cool part, some fresh alfalfa sprouts. They add a nice crisp crunch to it. And don't be afraid to pile them on there high.
They're good. They're great for you.
They are. And look at that. That's like a dagwood if I've ever seen one. Yeah. And the recipe online, it says feeds 1 or 2. But if you look at a piece of meat like that, nice
Could be
sandwich,
4.
that's pretty much Thanksgiving on a plate right there. So
All right.
that's
And then,
really
well, of course, right before you eat it, you have to smash it.
Yeah, you give it a good squish, and I've used a nice thick sliced wheatberry bread, which is really tasty. It's like a 7-grain wheat bread.
Nice.
Really nice. And once again, that comes together just lickety-split, and for all your Thanksgiving leftovers, you slop them on 1 piece of bread, 2 pieces of bread, and you're good to go.
All right, well, we'll put it all together. We'll put the sandwich and the chutney together and hopefully hear a little music and do more cooking with Johnny and Jake up here in just a little bit. Ooh,
You had a pick in your hat.
what was that?
I made the pig in my hat.
Cool.
You kept a little guitar pick in your, well, hold on to that because I think Daddy's going to need it in a minute. All right, we're going to talk about another musician at the moment. He pops up out of nowhere. Little Jacob and Johnny Moe here, the musical chef from Mallard's, are joining us this Thanksgiving from the Eastern Shore. And you're trying to break our dishes there, buddy? I know you're not trying to, but it happens. Happens to the best of us. But you have showed us how to make a great sandwich with the leftovers, and also a great dish to go with your turkey and dressing and everything today with the apple and cranberry chutney.
Exactly. That's the tomato, sorry, you got me through. The cranberry, walnut, and apple chutney. And I just put a little zest on there at the end to kind of give it a little color, a little pop on there. And we'll bring it over here. It's nice. You can serve it warm or at room temperature.
Yep.
When it comes right out, it's kind of warm, obviously, but if you let it come down in temperature a little bit, it's okay. Room temperature as well. Just spoon that out. And also our sandwich, once again, you can't go wrong with all your leftovers from Thanksgiving Day.
Yep.
You know, you always got no room in the fridge, and you have to get rid of it somehow. And
It's true.
although a lot of those low-fat ideas were great, you know, you still want to be a glutton a little bit. You got a 4-day weekend, a 5-day weekend, so, you know.
You got to pace yourself.
That's right, that's right.
All right, we'll get a little bit of that served up for our crew. And Jacob, what do you think? You think Dad should sing a song? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, we want you to sing a song.
Well, I did bring my guitar, and since it is Thanksgiving Day, you know, it's always fun to just make up a song. You got all the family in town. You never know who's going to be there, the crazy uncle or whatever.
We've all got one.
Jacob, you remember this song? Let's see if we can see how it goes. Well, it's Turkey Day, and I'm glad you've all arrived. I hope by the end of the day, all our emotions have survived. We didn't burn the turkey or spill the gravy, none of that crazy stuff. But I know by tonight I will guarantee that I have ate enough. And Jacob's gonna run around and play with his cousins too. We're gonna have a real good Thanksgiving Day. Oh, me and you, and Mommy too, I guess, right?
Don't forget her.
That's the Thanksgiving song.
Now, do you cook for everybody? Does
I
everybody
don't
just
cook.
expect that you're good? You don't
No,
do the cooking? on Thanksgiving?
I cook 364 days of the year.
Right,
So
right.
technically, I make the gravy. My in-law, mother-in-law, and my mom, they prefer not to make the gravy because they're scared of the lumpy gravy. So
Right.
sauces are my specialty, so I do the gravy. And, you know, I might always get in and put my little hands on things because it's hard to stay out of the kitchen, you know. But
I would think so.
there's a lot of football going on. There's a lot of family in town, so
Yeah.
it's fun to take advantage of all that and not have to be stuck in the kitchen the whole day.
Well,
so.
thank you so much for coming on the Hampton Road Show today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Jacob, have a lot of fun today. We're going to come back and give this a try in just a little bit. But first, Jake, did you see what we have on the other side of the studio?